It's the last Friday of the month and also one more day until the JoyFM Schools reunion. Yes, it's the 28th day of October 2016. Hi and welcome to Joy News Interactive. For the next 30 minutes, we'll be sharing ideas on some of the most topical issues in the country and across the globe as well. So you can find us on Joy News on TV on Facebook as well as on Twitter. We're JNI Interactive GH. Our contact number WhatsApp is 0560800000, and we're streaming live right now on Facebook, so you can watch us and be sending in your comments as well. Now, what are we talking about this morning? We're still very much in the election season, and we're asking a very interesting, intriguing question. What do you really think about the chiefs who are endorsing presidential candidates? And there have been a lot of endorsements since the campaign train started. Plus, we're looking at a Send Ghana report, which is proposing a unique way of reducing obesity and malnutrition in the country. Plus, we take a quick look at how politicians have been wowing over the electorate since, their campaign started. And we're in the JoyFM School Reunion fever mode. And we're just going to recap over all the great memories that you've been sharing with us over this week as we build up to the biggest outdoor event this year. So that's our full plate this morning. You can start sending in your comments on 0560800000, and I'll be glad to read them out. My name is Jennifer. Enough talk. Let's get this party started. So we had to ask, with about 39 days till December 7 polls, all things being equal, and with all the chiefs endorsing presidential candidates in spite of the numerous warnings from the National House of Chiefs, what do you make of this? Do you see it as an infringement, or are they crossing over their boundaries, or do you think they are well within their rights? We went out on the streets of Accra to find out.
I think it's not the best of any decision for a chief to endorse a political party or two, because for now it's a political party. When he wins, he becomes a president and he does whatever pleases him. So if he sees that he comes to endorse this person and then at the end another person comes to win, I would feel like, oh, you were interested in this person, but then he didn't win. So there's no way I can give you my support or something. So if you're in need, I might not attend to you. I might attend to someone who I think supported me in my... So I think chiefs, they need to just hide their political ambitions, like their political positions. That's what.
Well, what I think is that trying to chip into parliamentary candidates, it involves a lot, like in the sense that it can result to conflicts. It can result to conflicts in the nation that can harbor things in a bad way.
I think chiefs endorsing presidential candidates is not good at all, because chief, you represent the whole community, because each community, each person also have his own party. So if you are endorsing one particular presidential candidate, it's not fair, because it will give you discredit. It will not help the community, the individual residing in your community. So my personal view, I think it's not fair.
What do you think of chiefs endorsing presidential candidates?
I don't think chiefs should endorse presidential candidates. See, chieftaincy is one whole thing on its own. Politics also another thing on its own. So why do you blend the two together? The chiefs will also try and manage their own affairs. Allow the politicians also do their thing. So they shouldn't be mixed together.
It's the right thing, because they are the people are not them. They are leading their people. So when the country goes to the right direction, their people will benefit. So for them also to endorse the president or a candidate, I think it's the right thing they are doing.
I don't think it's the best. They should just focus on their subject, what they are supposed to do, and then leave that entirely to the politicians to handle. They can advise, all right, but they shouldn't take sides. I think that's what I mean. You're welcome.
Thank you.
some of your views from the streets of Accra on how you stand on whether chiefs should endorse presidential candidates or not. A couple of messages coming in. Ben Kobe from Tamale saying chiefs should declare their support to anyone they wish to because being straightforward is a good leadership role. And another one here, chiefs endorsing political parties are only putting their dignities at stake. They are joining a team of people who are not politically sensitive, and they must be more sensitive when it comes to such issues. And that's from K. Bene. Another one here says, well, I don't agree. I don't think it's good for traditional leaders to endorse any political party because you are leading all people and not only political members. Keep on sending those messages on WhatsApp 0560800,000. And let's take out what you're also saying on Facebook concerning this issue. Do you agree with the stance of some of the chiefs saying that they endorse presidential aspirants or certain political parties? Prince Nuruddin writing, whether they endorse or not, Ghanaians are yelling for change. However, our chiefs must be educated about what the Constitution says about chieftaincy. Neil Lamte adding, I think they can't be hypocrites. If someone does something for you, maybe the best way they can say thank you is by endorsement. Okay, that's Neil Lamte's position as well. Dramani Sulemana, nothing to hide but the truth. These chiefs can't hide their feelings. President Mahama 2016 is possible, straight up. Dia Sampar adding, this same chief blasted the president recently for not caring for their road. And Charles saying, oh, well, they should just allow them to say what they want to say, and what will happen on election day. So those are some of your views coming in on Facebook as well. We've also got some breaking news happening right now concerning the court case, the suits filed against the EC by the PPP, trying to rectify that issue of the disqualification of their presidential candidates. I'll be joined by my colleague Raymond Akko with more details. But whilst that story, we're getting more details on that story. Whilst we're getting the rest of those details, let's move on to some other issues here on Joy News Interactive. Well, you know, Sand Ghana has released a report on obesity and malnutrition, and they've said that, well, although the population, you know, our income rates are rising and people are spending more and, you know, generally taking better care of themselves, some, or rather a lot, of the population are cutting or taking shortcuts and not eating nutritious meals. So they're proposing a rather unique way of handling this and proposing what they call a fat tax. And what they'll do is they are proposing that a tax we put on fast foods, which will make them more expensive and thus unattractive for consumers to purchase. Okay, so for those who love fast food, you might want to take a step back. Well, we had to ask you what you thought of this on the streets of Accra, and this is what you had to say.
Well, I think it's a good initiative. That's the only thing that can push most people from eating that. Since the price is on the high side, they will be forced to go in for the other thing, which is more healthy to them. So I think it's a good idea.
Okay, well, the idea is very good, but then still, some Ghanaians will still go for it because they feel that if you eat junk food, that's what shows that you are rich or something like that. And then those who eat those local foods are just like those poor people and stuff. So it would still help, although it will help, it's the best. And then like a lot of people it would reduce the purchasing of junk food, but then still, people will still buy them.
Okay, it has some advantages and some disadvantages. The idea of tasking the food wouldn't still stop people from eating the food, but though we are supposed to stop eating those food because it's unhealthy, but I think there should be other means of maybe educating the public about those junk foods, telling the public about the consequences of eating them. I think educating the public will be better instead of putting high tax on it.
In a way, it's a good idea because we're eating junk food.
But you're still watching Joy News Interactive. We're taking a break. We'll be right back. You're still watching Joy News Interactive, and we've still got quite a couple of things to talk about before we check out for today. Now, you know, it's only 39 days until the December 7 polls, with all things being equal, and the campaign trail has been heated up with so many different activities from, you know, the candidates trying to win over the electorate. Take a look at what we've gathered over the past couple of weeks, or rather months, since the campaign trail started.
Your love is super. Your love is super. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. Baby, baby, baby.
Let me state clearly and without any equivocation that John Dramani Mahama cannot teach me any lessons in patriotism.
I can't think far. I can't think far.
I can't think far for no. Oh yeah. Yeah, NDC for there, we can think far.
So when I say NDC, you say no Ababa say. NDC no Ababa say. NDC no Ababa say. And then after that you do.
Begging the people of Ghana to put me in office. I want him to listen to me today as I speak here in Bako. I'm not going to stop today. I'm not going to stop tomorrow. What I'm trying to leave with you is that 4 more years of John Dramani Mahama.
Well, we've still got about 39 days left, so expect more interesting escapades on the campaign trails as the candidates do all they can to win over the electorate. And we're still in the JoyFM Schools reunion fever, and this is what has been happening here at Joy News over the past week. It's been quite a week of shared laughter over memories from back in the day. Remember that strict teacher that gave you nightmares?
The teacher I didn't like was my business law teacher. In fact, no matter what you write, no matter what you do, this man will never appreciate, even though I forgot the name, but in fact, he was very boring. It got to a time that I didn't want to attend his class. Because you write, I will never pass you. You are always, he always fail you. So in fact, if he's listening to me, he should change his mind wherever he is.
That incident that made you laugh out loud.
Well, I attended Wulugu Secondary School in West Mamprusi district of the Northern Region. And, well, my best memories may not be that pleasant. I was an assistant prefect in my secondary school during our days. Assistant senior prefect, by the way. I was a assistant senior prefect in our secondary school. And there was I had some altercation with a lady that I had to give him a slap, and I was penalized for it. And I think ever since that has been my regret. That is the greatest regret, because I was, I'm a little bit, those days my temper was a little bit high, but after that act, I was penalized and I regretted.
the moments when you were your naughtiest.
What I enjoyed in secondary school was bullying my seniors. I enjoyed bullying my seniors, and it was precisely because I had better command over English language than many in the school, so especially my seniors. So you go to school and you have seniors who can't really express themselves too well, and you can. So it was easy to go and cause trouble, and you know that when you are invited to the administration to meet with the disciplinary board, you can better express yourself.
And that wicked senior that gave you nightmares.
I would say my own school mother was so wicked to me that I didn't know why. Anytime that she'll come, I'm in bed, she'll tell me, oh, Sandra, come here. Let's go disco reading. I'll take my fork and knife. I have to read with this fork and knife. She'll eat all my food. I'll ask, oh, my school, please give me that.
In fact, although some of them were very sad, it does bring back great memories from high school. And that's how we are wrapping up Joy News Interactive this morning. But before we go, we have the picture of the day. And here it is. It's an Isuzu truck with the inscription right across the top, Baroteri. And that's my special gift to you for the weekend. My name is Jennifer. Thank you so much for your time and your company this morning. Do stay on the Joy News channel for more updates, particularly on that High Court ruling on the PPP's presidential candidate, Dr. Papa Kwesi Ndum. The High Court has ruled that the EC should allow him to to take back his documents, make the necessary corrections, and resubmit. So more interesting times ahead on the run-up to elections 2016. Enjoy the rest of your morning. We'll catch you next Monday.